That literally does nothing here. That was a wasted turn. You're dead anyways. Goodbye. Get out of here. I could have nasty plotted. I could have got to +4. Oh my, I didn't know that was going to one-shot him. He rage quits! He rage quits on me! Wow, get fucking wrecked. Get fucking wrecked. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet, Violet, Regulation G, VGC. Kyogre is one of those restricted that is currently pretty good in the format that you can actually pair a lot of really cool stuff alongside. This team actually features Kyogre, Moltres, and a Landorus, which are also really good in the rain. Moltres has Hurricane, which is 100% accurate in the rain. It's also a decent dark type for stuff like Calyrex and a few other things in the format, with the spread move of Fiery Wrath being really good. And also has a few other cool abilities and stuff you can actually do. And then you have the Landorus, which has Sandsear Storm, 100% accurate spread move in the rain, and pairs pretty well with the Kyogre. So you also have a few other cool, interesting things on this team, like the Illamuse and Scarlet Sheath, which I guess is pretty standard, but you got the Raichu on here as well for like Miraidon check. So kind of a cool team. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm just really like pretty much almost out of Regulation G teams. Nobody is posting in Regulation G at all and like posting their teams. I'm in about close to a dozen content creator Discord servers, and I think out of like the dozen I have, I think there's maybe like 1 or 2 that are getting like rental codes like maybe once a week from people. And like all the other Discord servers I'm in that usually post frequent rental codes where I get a lot of my teams or that type of thing, or even like ideas to build teams, nobody's playing Regulation G and nobody's actually submitting or like making their own teams. And we have about 2 months left of the regulation. I'm hoping at the end of March they announce the next regulation rule set so people can actually just jump into that and start learning that, because I think Regulation G is just by far just outdone. And people are just sick of it and just want to move on to something else. And I don't blame them, as this format fucking sucks. Anytime you introduce the legendaries, I think the format just takes a huge nosedive in playability for most people. It's mainly because it's difficult to actually get a lot of the legendaries in-game easily, and it takes a lot more skill to kind of build the teams if you want them to be successful, because you end up just getting rolled by a lot of the common like rental code teams and that type of thing if you don't make anything that's like down to the wire, like really good, or at least does something unique and actually works pretty well together. So it's not like Regulation H, where if you want to use a lot of your favorite Pokemon, you can actually use them on the same team and still do relatively well as long as you know what you're doing. In this, you can't do that. You'll just get fucking wrecked most of the time. So can I kind of run through this team that we're gonna help in the game? To be honest, you want to use this rental code, rental in the corner, paste for this team down below. I'm going to kind of run through the team. We're going to hop in some games. I will be hopping onto the ranks ladder. I'm a little bit about halfway through at Ultra Ball tier. So we're going to see if this team's good enough to get me up to Master Ball tier during this session tonight. So see how that goes. You got the Kyogre with the Mystic Water on this team, Terra Grass. Apart from that, just a really standard set. Meant to be paired in the Tailwind, more of kind of a hyper offensive Kyogre to do a shit ton of damage and kind of provide pressure in that way. You got the Moltres, the Galarian Moltres on this team with the Terra Poise and the dodge the Fairy type moves. In the rain, 100% accurate Hurricane, which is really nice. You have 2 ways to set the rain on this team as well, with the use of Illamuse and the Kyogre. You also have Nasty Plots. If you get a Nasty Plot going, you can do a shit ton of damage. Berserk gives you a +1 boost every time you drop below half health. So that can actually also be procced multiple times depending on how stuff goes. So kind of can ramp up damage pretty quickly and just do consistent damage overall. Fire Wrath also has a chance to flinch, so a lot of your slower teams can maybe get flinched out, so that's kind of cool. Got the Raichu on this team. It's mainly a supportive Raichu, kind of standard. You got the Terra Fairy. It's pretty much just a hard check to Miraidon. It's kind of what's really on this team for. And for like Raging Bolt too, which can't really touch it very well, especially with Terra Fairy. So got the Covert Cloak, Illamuse on this team with the Rain Dance, just more of a supportive mon. It's Terra Dark, so you can't get pranked or taunted. Just overall, just set the Tailwind and the Rain Dance and Encore stuff in on this team, as long as you don't have like Psychic Terrain, or if they're opposing Dark type, Encore will work. So see how that actually does. And the Infestation just traps something in, prevents it from switching. So got the Choice Scarlet Sheath on this team, just hits really hard in the rain. Terra Waters, full damage. And then you got the Landorus on this team, which under Tailwind is actually pretty fast. Versus your slower teams as well, it also does decent damage. Another check to a lot of those electric types and offensively checks them. Like the Miraidon, the Raging Bolt, and some of the other stuff that Kyogre doesn't really want to go against. Some of the bulky steel types in the format, like Zamazenta, Zacian, and a few other things. Sandsteer Storm in the rain is 100% accurate. Got the Sludge Bomb there for the Terra Fairies that you're going to want to be getting the really super effective damage on, and the Terra Poison just buff that damage even further. So this team does. Oh, on paper, it actually doesn't look too bad. It looks really interesting, so I'm kind of curious how it does. It's in some games. Alright, we hear the game. We're actually going against an opposing Sun team, so it's going to be a battle of the weathers. One has the Koraidon Scovillain, which I haven't seen at all in this regulation. That's kind of interesting. Gouging Fire, Brute Bonnet, Iron Crown, and Indeedee. So what do I want to bring here? I want double Rain Setter this match for sure. I really do. I think I actually just lead Illamuse. I think Illamuse is a really solid lead here. What else do I want to bring? I guess Moltres ain't bad either. Moltres ain't too bad here. I think I lead Moltres, Illamuse. Pretty solid. I have Tailwind. I can outspeed the Koraidon. One-shot it with Hurricane. What else do I want to bring? I want to bring Kyogre in the back for sure here. I think Landorus also looks pretty good here. I don't. Do I want to bring the Urshifu? I think bring Landorus. I think Landorus is the last mon's pretty solid. Terra Poison ain't too bad into his team later in the game, if I really need to go for it. I like Brute Bonnet and a few other things. If you guys like the video, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Got about at least another month of Regulation G, and towards the end of this month, we're going to be getting the announcement for the next Regulation rule set, so you guys want to stay tuned for that. He actually just leads with this. He doesn't even lead with the Koraidon, so it's really interesting. I think what he really wants to do is just put me to sleep. I think that's the main thing here. I don't know if I really even want to set up the Tailwind here. Kinda do, but Infestation's actually 4 times effective on Brute Bonnet. Which is kind of cool, but I can't go for Encore because it's Prankster Encore, but I can Encore the Scovillain in if he wants to like protect for Moody. If he is Moody, I don't think he is. I think he's probably Chlorophyll or whatever it is, so I think it's Tailwind here. I Tailwind and then I try to go for Hurricane so I don't get put to sleep. Okay, he protects. I can Encore him into that, so that's perfect. That's perfect. I land the Hurricane. Doesn't one-shot him though. There's the Spore. Okay. I mean, the good news is I can Encore him into Protect, so it's like we have 2 useless Mons on the field. And like I can get a chance to maybe wake up here would be really nice. Just go for Fiery Wrath. He's gonna switch. If he goes Koraidon, like I just changed the weather, so that's fine. I don't really care. And like I Encore him into Protect here, so like what do you do anyways? Like I don't understand. Terra Poison's also looking really good here on the Moltres. Koraidon can't really touch me with Terra Poison as long as I can wake up on like turn 2. It's all locked into Protect now, so I fully expect him to switch out on this next turn. I don't know, do I live a Collision Course? I think Collision Course is actually neutral on me because I'm Flying type. So I'm just going to change the weather here, and then I'm just going to try to go for Hurricane. I think the Scovillain switches out here. Just Brute Bonnet again, that's fine. I mean, I'm changing the weather here anyway, so if he wants to get the weather back, he has to switch out again, so... Unless he has manual Sunny Day on one of these Mons, it's not coming back. Can I wake up here? Perfect. Perfect. Can I one-shot this? Okay, it doesn't one-shot him, but it does a shit ton of damage. I should live a Collision Course. It'll probably put me into Berserker range here. Oh, barely. Barely puts me into Berserker range. I kind of wish it actually did more damage, so that would have got my boost, but it is what it is. I actually have Infestation here, so I kind of wanted to just go for Infestation on the Brute Bonnet. I think I have one more turn of Tailwind. have one more turn of Tailwind here. I think he just switches out on this turn too, so I think I just go for Fiery Wrath. He's going to Protect. I can lock that in. I think with a Tailwind out, the Illamuse should outspeed the Brute Bonnet, funny enough, so... should actually get the KO here. It's 4 times effective. Goodbye. You ain't gonna be seeing an Illamuse get the kill on like anything else. Probably one of the only times the Illamuse actually gets a kill on something. It's Tailwind. What is he going to now, though? I have 2 plays here, so I can make 2. Like I just go for Tailwind again here, which I think I do. And then I just go for Hurricane. I mean, whatever comes in is taking damage. I know his entire team now, so like Scoville instead on the way in. If he goes for Breaking Swipe, I think I actually live that and he gives me a free Berserk boost. See if he's Focus Sash. He is. No, I think what I actually do here is I actually just go for Rain Dance again, predicting in case he goes into Koraidon on this turn. I think I just go for Rain Dance again, because there's literally no drawback just doing that here. And I just Fiery Wrath, I think. Protects. I mean, that's fine, I don't really care. If I can get a flinch here, that'd be great. Doesn't really do that much, but whatever. Slowly getting health back from the leftovers. I don't really care if the Illamuse drops in this point in the game. Like it's done its job, so I don't really care. I still have like I think 2 turns of Tailwind here too, so I think even if he goes into Koraidon, the Skullvillain isn't gonna outspeed me. So let's go for Sandsear Storm here. I think I just Fiery Wrath again too. He's gonna go Koraidon. I don't know if that matters. I landed still. Doesn't even matter. He just gets double KO'd. I think that's game. There's no way he wins. No way he wins. I'm expecting a forfeit on this next turn, actually. He doesn't even know my last mon. I mean, my last mon's Kyogre, which just shits all over him. Still have a turn of Tailwind left. I just go for that here. I go for Fiery Wrath to try to flinch. I miss. I actually lived that, I'm surprised. I mean, I think I still win no matter what here, though. Even if he did kill the Landorus. Sandsear Storm again. Actually, I'm just gonna go for the consistent damage. I think no matter what here I win. That way I have the 100% accurate move. Just surrenders. I think my opponent just really struggled with the weather. That was the main issue. Like the Illamuse just screwed everything over because he only had 1 weather Feather. And like I had 2. Like, his team was actually really weak to hit the Moltres. Not bad, though. I'll take the dub. See you guys in another game. Alright, we're here with another game. Going against a copy-paste rental. What a surprise. Rillaboom, Tornadus, Ogerpon, Chien-Pao, Zamazenta, and Landorus. So, what do I want to do here? I think Moltres is actually really good here, funny enough. The only thing I'm really scared about is if he actually has Sunny Day on Tornadus, which he might. I think what I do here is I just lead Kyogre. What else do I want to do here? I think he has Wide Guard. If he has Wide Guard on Zamazenta too, that's also a bit of an issue. I think I lead Elamuse. I bring the Moltres in the back. I can bring Landorus here. That's what I roll with. Comes down if he has Wide Guard, because if he has Wide Guard on Zamazenta, that walls like half this team. And like I just can't do any good damage to him if he has Wide Guard. It's kind of the main issue with this team. This team gets a little bit walled by Wide Guard because a lot of your main damage dealers, being the Moltres, the Landorus, and the Kyogre, rely on spread moves. He leads with the Zamazenta too. I'm assuming he has Wide Guard. He has to have Wide Guard. I don't even think I want to Terra the Kyogre here. Like, I just want to go right into Moltres. That's what I kind of want to do. I mean, I can go for Protect here. Just see what he wants to do. See if he actually has Wide Guard. If he goes for Fake Out too, I can just Encore him. Part of me just wants to go for Infestation, actually. Kind of wanted this Infestation here onto the Zamazenta so it can't switch out. Like, if I can lock it into, like, Iron Defense or his Wide Guard, I can just play around that the entire time. There's Fake Out, that's huge. Covert Cloak. Body Press does nothing. I don't know, is he going to predict the Encore here, though? If he predicts Encore and switches, that's going to be kind of a pain in the ass. I kind of wanted to switch the Kyogre out here into the Moltres, I really do, because I think Grassy Glide's on the way. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go right into the Moltres here. And then I'm going to try to Encore him into Fake Out. We'll see if that works. I'm not sure if it'll actually work. You might swap here. Okay, perfect. Perfect. And he goes for Heavy Slam on the Elamuse. Perfect. I can lock him into that too. I think what I do, I should just set up on him. I just start going for Nasty Plots. A Nasty Plot here. I Encore him into Heavy Slam. Because Heavy Slam's going to do a lot less than Body Press to the Moltres. Draw. I think Chien-Pao is probably coming in here. If he has Chien-Pao, he goes into it right now. Ogerpon, that's even better. I'm fine with Ogerpon. I live. Perfect. I needed to live there so I can go for Tailwind on this next turn and actually just start outspeeding everything. I don't know if I should just go for Hurricane here, though. Do I Hurricane the Ogerpon on this turn? I don't know, +2 Fiery Wrath looking really good here, though. I kind of want to just click Fiery Wrath. I think I do. I have to go for that here, and I just go for Tailwind. Like, he can't Wide Guard. Pretty much what I'm doing is I'm softening everything up for the Kyogre to come in. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. I have Terra Grass on Kyogre, so I don't have to really worry about the Rillaboom. That's kind of what I'm trying to go for here. That way he can't wide guard on me. Like the point where he can try to start going for wide guard, he's just so low health where he doesn't really do much. Can I get a flinch here? Flinch would be huge on any of these mons. It's almost a one-shot on Ogre. Get a crit, actually. My Tailwind up, I don't really care. Ivy Cudgel in the rain doesn't do that much. Does nothing. Like, he's still Encore here, too, so, like, I can kind of... I think my rain runs out here, too. Actually, no, it doesn't. So I gotta go Landorus. Gotta go Landorus here. I'm in a really good spot here, though. Like, I just click Fiery Wrath, and I just click Sandsear Storm, and, like, anything that comes in just gets chunked. If he protects here, like, he just stalling out the inevitable pretty much. He's dead anyways on the following turn. Follow Me does nothing. That literally does nothing here. That was a wasted turn. You're dead anyways. Goodbye. Get out of here. I could have nasty plotted. I could have got to +4. Oh my, I didn't know that was going to one-shot him. He rage quits! He rage quits on me! Wow, get fucking wrecked. Get fucking wrecked. Oh my gosh. I really like the Moltres. The Moltres has just been put in so much work. Like, every single match I've done with this team, the Moltres just puts in so much work every time I bring it. Really underrated Mon currently in the format. I don't know if it's just because of the Moltres itself nobody's prepared for, or if it's just because this team really pairs really well with it. Like, the rain and the hurricane spam just pairs really well with Moltres. I'm not sure. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, we're here with another game. This match, there's a lot on the line, because if I win this game, I can actually go to Master Ball tier, so... What is the Calyrex, Urshifu, Indeedee, Ogerpon, Raging Bolt, and then I'm assuming probably Scarf Annihilate. So what do I do here? I like Moltres. Moltres looks really nice here again. I think what I do is I bring Moltres, I bring Elamuse, it looks really good here again. I gotta be really careful though, because if he's like Final Gambit Annihilate, him one-shotting the Moltres on turn 1 would be really bad. What else do I want to bring? I guess Terrain. I don't really care for Terrain here either, but it's not really the worst thing ever. I want Kyogre. Kyogre looks pretty good. Comes down to either Raichu or like Urshifu here, I think. Or I guess Landorus ain't bad here either. I think I'm gonna bring Landorus. I think I'll bring the Landorus here because I want something a little bit more offensive than the Raichu in this game. Can we make it to Master Ball tier, y'all? This is the defining match. I probably rank up if I win this game. These are Urshifu. This might actually be Scarf Urshifu. Yeah. I don't know. I'm feeling Terra Fairy here, y'all. I think he's going to go Terra Fairy Calyrex turn 1. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go Terra Poison. I kind of wanted to Hurricane the Urshifu because I think he's going to go Terra Fairy. I think he's going to Terra Fairy in my face. I'm going to Hurricane him. Hopefully I can land a Hurricane here. And I'm going to try to go for Tailwind. He has to be Terra Fairy. Show me the Terra Fairy. Wait, Terra Water, that's not what I wanted. So I still could have went for Fiery Wrath, and I still would have did solid damage. Which makes it a lot worse for the Kyogre later in the game. It's not what I wanted. Maybe he protects here. Hopefully he protects. I can Encore him into something. And I miss Hurricane! Of course I do! Of course! Astral Barrage to a KO. Close combat's me, so that's probably the best case scenario, but like I still die to Sucker Punch on this next turn. So that's still pretty bad. I don't know, I think I have to click Fiery Wrath here though. I gotta go for it. Fiery Wrath. I don't know if I want to Rain Dance on this turn so I can go to Landorus. I mean, I can try to Encore him, but like it's not going to work because he's Dark type, and I don't want to Encore the Calyrex. But Elamuse just doesn't do anything now, that's the problem here. And like, me missing the Hurricane there didn't help either. It really didn't, because I could go for Infestation and just kill the Urshifu. Worst case scenario, but it does nothing now. I don't know, I mean, I'll try to Infestation. I'll try to, I don't know. That miss just fucked me. I think that I just automatically lose the game off a miss. That 100% fucked me over. Give the Calyrex a free boost now too, which really sucks. I gotta go for Origin Pulse because he's gonna go for Sucker Punch to try to lower my health. And Sandsear Storm. I gotta hope that Origin Pulse and a Sandsear Storm is enough to get rid of Calyrex here. Otherwise, I just get swept by Calyrex. I can't believe I missed Hurricane. That just fucked me over. If I lose, it's because of that. It ain't done yet, but like, it protects. Trying to stall out my Tailwind. Because this Urshifu would have already been gone. If he was brought down to Sash, he would have already died. So, like, I could have predicted the Sucker Punch and just protected that. So that's what I could have did there. Down to 2 turns of Tailwind. Raging Boy, of course he has Raging Bolt. Of course he does. So what I do here now is like I'm forced to protect, and then I go for Sandsear Storm. I gotta hope a Sandsear Storm one-shots Raging Bolt to stay in this game. It doesn't. That's not what I wanted. It's Terra Blast Water. You know, this is it's always the games where you're 1 win away from ranking up, where you have the worst luck, or you go against the shit that you just don't want to go against. Out of all the games it could give me, it gives me a fucking miss on turn 1, and then I go against Terra Water Calyrex. Out of all fucking things. Of course it does. Can't be that easy to rank up to Master Ball. It wants to keep me playing the game. I don't want to play any more ranks, but it just keeps me playing to try to get to Master Ball. There's no way I win this. I just surrender. There's no way I win. I die to Thunderclap and I get fucked. There you go. And even if I do live, the Calyrex just protects and then stalls my Tailwind out anyway, so. I love getting bent over and fucked by RNG, and then the teams that I'm just really fucking garbage against. Another brain-dead Calyrex copy-paste rental team that takes no skill to play. Shocker, and you wonder why people hate Regulation G. There you go. I'll see you guys in one more match. Alright, here's the one last game. We're going against the Calyrex team. Iron Thorn, or Iron... I forgot what the... I think it's Iron Treads. Iron Treads, Arclodon, Ogerpon, Fire, Urshifu, Chimpao, Calyrex. I'm so fucking sick of Calyrex. You cannot even fucking take into consideration how fucking sick of Calyrex I am. I could vomit. That's how sick of it I am. Go on here. I think Moltres is really good here, but it comes down to trying to set it up properly. That's the issue. I think what I do is I just go Kyogre. I lead Kyogre. What else do I want here? I lead Lander. I guess I really want Tailwind here because otherwise I just get outsped by everything. I think I bring Elamuse, I bring Landorus, and Moltres in the back. Urshifu is okay here too, I guess. I don't think it's really necessary to win though. I really need Tailwind here. Going against all these fucking Calyrex teams on the ladder, like I just can't catch a break. I don't know how many times I've went against Calyrex already tonight with this. Okay. I mean, this ain't too bad for me. I just Tailwind and I go for like Water Spout here. Or Origin Pulse looks really nice. I don't want a Water Spout because he just goes for Sucker Punch. He's a speed booster. I don't know if that matters. I don't think there's any way you one-shot me still. Tailwind. What do you even have for me? Like, what, Earthquake? Knockoff, maybe? Sucker Punch. Does almost half. I don't know how... Wait, is that banded? Holy fuck. Outspeed the Treads, so that's great. And get rid of it. Unfortunately, the Chimpao is Dark type, so I can't Encore into Sucker Punch. Otherwise, I would. I gotta hope on this next turn that that the Elamuse lives, and I can go for Infestation. Just get rid of it here. Was that Calyrex? Okay, that's Ogerpon. I mean, that's fine. I don't really care. Protect here. Protect. Infestation. He goes into Calyrex, I get some chip damage. I don't have to, I still have Tailwind up too, so it works out really well. The Sucker Punch, perfect. Fails. Goodbye, get that out of here. That also reduces the damage that the Ogerpon does. In the rain, I'm gonna live that easily. That barely does half. Maybe it would have killed me with the Chimpao being on the field, but without that, it's not killing me. Calyrex. Okay. I mean, I'm in a really solid spot here, actually. I really am. As long as I can keep on landing Origin Pulse, I'm in a really solid spot. Like, I can also just Encore him into Ivy Cudgel here, actually. So he doesn't protect on me. Terra. What Terra are you? Terra Fairy, that doesn't matter. I'm actually hoping he protects here, so that way I can actually use Encore him into Protect. Follow me. Okay, that does nothing. I Encore him into Follow Me, that's fine. I don't care. I've got Landorus in the back, so I don't really give a fuck. Origin Pulse doesn't do nearly enough, but it's solid chip down. He has Giga Drain. Giga Drain Calyrex. Oh, that's a funny one. Giga Drain. I've never seen that. That's a new one. Giga Drain Calyrex. It's the +1 boost though, so that's not good. Forced to go Landorus. I think I have one more turn of Tailwind. And like he can't protect here, so I think what I do, I stand here. I turn to Tailwind. I have one turn of Tailwind left, so if he protects Calyrex, I Encore him into protect here. So I'm in a pretty solid spot. I think I just Infestation here to start doing some chip damage. It doesn't get the KO, but I think Infestation. I don't know, it's going to be really close whether I actually win this. I think I might actually just get swept by Calyrex. Okay, he has 3. He doesn't have. He never went for Astral Barrage for whatever reason. So, whatever. I don't think there's any way he wins now, because I don't think Astral Barrage kills Moltres from full. Like, I have Terra Poison here, so I just go for Terra Poison on this turn. Do I go Terra Poison on... What? It depends what mon I go Terra Poison on here. Do I Terra Poison the Landorus? I think it goes after the Moltres here. I think he just tries to go for the Moltres. I think I go for Terra Poison Sludge Bomb. I could protect here too, though. I got a Hurricane. I think I gotta just attack here. He's at +2, but I don't know. We're gonna find out. Does Moltres get one-shotted at +2 with a Draining Kiss? Or just if he goes for Astral Barrage, do I live Astral Barrage? I do get one-shotted, so he's gonna get all of his health back. Can Landorus with a Terra Poison Sludge Bomb one-shot Calyrex? Comes down to this, because otherwise I think I actually lose. If this doesn't kill, I lose. Wow, what a close game. That was so close still. I guess I could have went for Terra Poison there on the Moltres too, but it was also really risky because if he would have went for Astral Barrage at +2, that one-shots both of my mons. So if he would have went for that, I would have lost instantly. So I think I made overall the better play there. Not bad though. I do like this team. I think this team is actually really solid. When you ain't getting fucked over by missing moves or like a bunch of other like hacks, I think overall the team is pretty solid. There's a few weaknesses to the team, which I'll talk about. Let's talk a little bit more about that. Alright, as for this team, if you guys want a really solid, like, Rain Kyogre team, I think this team's actually really, really good. I think the only main two things that are kind of drawbacks to this team, at least what I've kind of found with it, is it's pretty weak to wide guard, so you got to be really careful about wide guard with this team. Your main damage dealers on this team, which are the Landorus, the Moltres, and the Kyogre, all rely on spread moves to do a lot of their damage. So wide guard does kind of shut this team down pretty badly. So you got to kind of try to play around that. And a lot of those games, it's really difficult to play around. So got to look out for those teams. And like, the only other thing on this team that I really don't care for is the Raichu. I know why it's on here. It's for Raging Bolt and it's for Miraidon. But there's a lot of games where I just didn't even bring the Raichu. And like most of the time, it's just kind of dead weight on this team. You're usually bringing the other 5 Pokemon, like the Raichu's kind of just slapped on this team to kind of cover checks, which is completely fine. But at least for a lot of my teams, I like to have like all 6 Pokemon, like an equal amount, or like most of them being brought to a lot of my games, not just one on my team that's just kind of there for, and gets picked like maybe like 5 or 10% of the time out of my matches. So I don't know, that's kind of maybe just a personal gripe, I'm not sure, but I know why it's on this team, and the times I did bring it versus the few Miraidon teams I went against, it put in a bunch of work, so that's what it's really there for. But Apart from that, really solid team. I think the Illamuse is kind of slept on. A lot of people don't really know how to play against it because they don't really see it that much. Or if they see Volbeat a lot of the time, which is usually the other Mon that gets chose a lot more than Illamuse. Same with the Moltres. I think the Moltres is really slept on too. I don't know if it just by itself, if it's ever that good, but especially on this team, paired with like Rain, being able to just spam Hurricane and even like set up nasty plots some of the time. Having Fiery Wrath is also really solid, and like the Dark Flying typing is just really, really good into a lot of things currently in the format. And even you pair that with like Terra Poison, you have pretty good coverage versus a lot of things. So it's a really solid Mon. I think the Galarian Moltres is kind of slept on currently. A lot of people kind of underestimating it, especially a lot of my games. Like there's a lot of games where people didn't really take it as a threat, and it ended up like putting in a bunch of work or ended up like sweeping them most of the time. So really, really good Mon if you can play it really well. The rest of the team just kind of a lot of standard stuff. The standard Kyogre puts in work if you can play it well. Landorus is Landorus, or Shifu, we know what that thing can do, just beyond broken most of the time, especially in the rain. So if you guys want to use this team, rent on the corner, paste down below. Got a bunch more stuff on the way you guys not want to miss. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Follow me on Twitch, link that down below. I stream over here usually 2 times a week, Friday and Saturday nights around 9, 8 ST. I stream Wi-Fi battles on Saturday nights as well, so if that interests you guys, subscribe so you do not miss when I'm live. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out, everybody.